McDonald's must rebuild trust with the public, according to its US president Wednesday, after a deadly E. coli outbreak linked to the chain's Quarter Pounder hamburgers. The outbreak, announced by the US Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, killed one person and sickened almost 50 more. At least 10 people remained in hospital as of Wednesday with serious complications. And the CDC has warned of more cases to come. On NBC's Today Show, the company's USA President Joe Erlinger said McDonald's quickly pulled the Quarter Pounder from restaurants. Around a fifth of McDonald's 14,000 US restaurants across a dozen states no longer sell the item. The company says the CDC and McDonald's are scrutinizing the store's slivered onions and beef patties. McDonald's stock price tumbled, closing down 5.1% Wednesday, after spokespeople said they haven't ruled out problems with its beef. Shares went as low as $290.88 during the trading day. A franchisee in New York told Reuters McDonald's has historically been the safest, strongest food chain in the world. When E. coli became a major concern decades ago, he said McDonald's was adamant about its protections for its beef supply chain and went over the top to make sure it would never happen. In the past, two notable E. coli outbreaks at Chipotle Mexican Grill in 2015 and Jack in the Box in 1993 significantly hurt sales at those restaurants. Analysts say the latest outbreak could be a potential black eye for McDonald's ahead of earnings and hurt its fourth quarter sales.
Well, you know, I think we're seeing the early stages of this outbreak. I mean, I think the fact that the CDC is calling it fast breaking and dangerous, those are words that the CDC doesn't use lightly. So I believe that we're going to see, unfortunately, more people counted. Not that the outbreak is like continuing. That's likely not. But what it is that it takes some time, especially in a multi-state outbreak, for the people who got sick to be counted. And so we know unequivocally that these people are linked. And then the investigation has linked it to quarter pounders. And it seems that the most likely ingredient on the quarter pounders that were contaminated were the onions.
Yes, I guess I wouldn't want to eat one of those quarter pounders either. I'd I'd probably go for the new chicken Big Mac, maybe.
If this onion supplier was exclusive to McDonald's, that would give me a little more comfort that this outbreak is not going to expand. And I think, McDonald's should let the public know that, because it'd be nice to know that it's not a bigger problem than a McDonald's problem. And so I think if they were more transparent about that, I think that would be a very good thing. I also think I haven't seen a lot of empathy towards the consumer. They've certainly talked about food safety and all that sort of stuff, but nearly 50 of their customers have gotten sick from, one has died and one child has developed acute kidney failure. I think there could be a little more sympathy shown towards the victims.
I lost a child to a foodborne illness in 2001, most likely caused by contaminated ground beef, and it was E.coli 0157H7. And my heart really goes out to the families, the people and the families and the communities that are being impacted by this outbreak, but as the other outbreaks that have been reported this week as well. At the time, I was working in doing clinical research as a statistician. So I was reading medical journals, and I had kids with food allergies. So I was the mom reading all the labels. And I remember sitting around the kitchen table with my friends, and we were talking about how we knew more about car seat safety than we knew about food safety. And yet we had young children, and we were feeding them how many times a day. And if we didn't know, there were lots of moms and dads out there that didn't know.